Back to the Honeymooners, we're attempting, this is an attempt, we're talking about very talented actors and actresses, so this is just our attempt at literally emulating their every move.
Wow, that's amazing.
So what we want to do is, if there were little, it was live TV, so if there were little bloopers in there, we're putting the bloopers in.
Good.
Every little nuance we're trying to get, and I'm not going to say we're going to be able to do it successfully, but we're really going to try, because really what we want to do is pay tribute to the shows, more so than just getting up and putting our spin on them.
That's wonderful.
So the goal is, like I said, to transport the audience member back in time, to bring them back. And the other thing that I think is interesting, when you think about a show like The Honeymooners, there was a live audience there, but if you think about it, how many people were in that live audience that experienced that show? I mean, maybe 100, if that. You can hear the laughter, and it doesn't seem like it's that many people. Well, if you think about it, those are the only real people in the history of this world who've ever experienced that show live. Now, of course, multitudes have experienced it
on TV.
On TV when it first came out, of course, and then in the subsequent, that was 1955, so you're talking about subsequent 64 years. But the point is, nobody experienced, very few experienced it live.
Sure.
So again, we're not doing it, but we are. It's not the same thing, but it's going to be as close as possible, and hopefully audience members will at least have this feeling that they're literally there in 1955 to see this performance.
What do they do with the set when you are performing?
Okay, what we're planning on doing, so normally our sets are relatively simple. When we do our murder mysteries, we might have some backdrops. Of course, we have props. But this time, for the Twilight Zone, not as much, because a lot of the action takes place, there's some scenes outside, outdoors. There's really not much we can do to replicate that. But of course, the beauty of the Honeymooners was in many of the episodes, it was just that one set.
Table,
yeah,
with a chair or two. That's it.
Exactly. So we, and that particular episode, we're lucky because it didn't. Some of the episodes they were outside, or they were he was at the bus company, or whatever the case may be. But that particular episode, he was just in that one room.
Right.
They were just in that one room. So what we're attempting to do, what our goals are, is to literally replicate that room. So we have Tony Tripp, who's a carpenter. We have him working with us. My cousin, Jimmy Meilinger, has helped us out. We've had, and we're keeping our eyes peeled, so we bought an ice box.
Wow.
An authentic ice box we bought off of eBay. I just purchased a sink that is
Looking
pretty,
about 1910.
Yeah, pretty.
Okay.
Well, that's the funny thing. Now you have to remember the show was 1955, but their apartment was not furnished for 1955.
No, it was furnished for 1910.
Right.
That's why I said that.
The theory was, or the premise you were operating with was Ralph was very cheap.
Oh.
Because occasionally there were a couple episodes where they showed Norton's apartment, and of course Norton was a sewer worker, so versus a bus driver. So I don't think he made a heck of a lot more money than Ralph, but they had all the modern from 1955 amenities, whereas Ralph and Alice didn't. But so we're building. So we got the sink now. And we're going to just build this set with, the whole set, with the door, the window,
Nice.
the dresser, the table.
What are some of the actors and actresses who are going to be performing for the work that you do?
Well, we have our normal group that does our murder mysteries, and they're all involved, but we've recruited, it's kind of exciting, we've recruited a new member of our group, specifically for this show, for the Honeymooners show, and that's Pat Marone. He's the chef over at the Regency on School Street. That's his main job, but he's also a stand-up comedian.
Wow.
So my wife, Janine, who knew Pat, came to told me maybe he'd be interested. I said, gee, yeah, maybe he would, because I knew he loved the show. And again, he looks looks a lot like Ralph Graham did. So I reached out to Pat, and he was very interested, and he and I have really been working hard, spending a lot of time, because a decent amount of the show is he and I. And we've been spending a lot of time just going back and forth with these lines. Hopefully, what I'm really hoping is that we get a lot of fans of the show who really know the show really well, who know all these little idiosyncrasies about the show, and that they come out and they appreciate the fact that we're trying to, again, pay tribute to the show by recognizing, and as best as we can, I keep hedging it because, again, there's a difference between what you intend to do and what you do, so we're going to try our best, and we're really working hard at it, to get every movement down.
Okay, when are you creating and performing the show?
Well, we're in the process of creating them now. Now,
Okay.
unfortunately, we just got done with a show at my father's place. We did a Halloween show there. So there's a very quick turnaround we had from our October 30th show to these shows, which are, of course, holiday shows, so they have to be done before the holidays. So we have a very intense rehearsal schedule going on right now to prepare for these. And then we will be, we have 4 different events scheduled. We have December 14th, which is a Saturday,
Okay.
will be our first show. It'll be an evening show here at the View. And again, it'll be this theme, classic TV live, home for the holidays, and it'll be Twilight Zone and the Honeymooner
And
episodes.
what's the next,
The next show would be the next day, December
and
15th.
where would that be?
That's here also. All the 4 shows are here.
Okay.
And the only difference with that show is it's a brunch. So that'll be a daytime event.
Okay.
And then we have the following weekend, Friday, Saturday, which is the 20th and 21st.
Go ahead.
We have evening shows, the same performances for evening shows.
Right? Okay. Where can we all purchase tickets?
Good question. We have a website, www.slayerplayers.com, and we have, we have a photo gallery up there from all our shows, so you can look at that if you'd like to see what we've done in the past. We also have a video gallery from previous shows. We do some promotional videos and things of that nature, and we actually have some promotional videos, including this one, for this show.
Good.
So this is on our Facebook page, but it's also on our website. And you can watch those promotional videos, you can view the photos, you can see the events we've done in the past, and you can purchase tickets for our coming events there also.